getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. All right, here we go. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks so much for joining in on the stream today. The long one for this matchup. Long-awaited Duke against Oral Roberts matchup about to begin in just a couple moments from now. Two 7-footers inside the starting five. Kyle Filipowski, the top scorer for Duke. And also Derek Lively, the second. They get the number 1, 2, and 4 recruits in the class of 2022. As here we go, Oral Roberts, 17-game winning streak. Summit League champions as we are underway in Oral Roberts. Dark blue uniforms, white numbers, white letters, left to right in the floor, control the opening tip. Duke with the white jerseys, blue numbers, blue letters for this matchup. Oral Roberts with it first. Max Asmus, 7th in the nation in scoring, a walking bucket as he led the nation 2 years ago in the Sweet 16 run. Bounce pass out to the wing, 3, Carlos Jurgens. Off the mark, no good. Follow-up, blocked to the rim by Derek Lively of Duke.
What a rejection already.
So much size in this Duke squad. Tyrese Proctor at the March Madness logo. The center for Oral Roberts stands at 7'3" tall. That is Connor Vanover, the transfer from Arkansas. That should be a fascinating matchup. Him going up against Lively at 7'1", also Filipowski, 7-footer. Duke at the elbow, cross-court feed. Filipowski, the big fella, takes a 3. And that will go short as it goes back to Oral Roberts. First minute into action. 19 minutes remaining in the first, second possession. Oral Roberts, Max Asmus. And the key flings it out to the wing. Back it goes to number 11, Carlos Jurgens. 3 players from that team from the Sweet 16 run for Oral Roberts. Vanover down inside, missed off the back rim for the 7'3" big man. Back it goes to Duke with a rebound. Duke will take a 3 at the top. Off the back, missed. And a battle for the rebound. Last touch by Duke as it will go Oral Roberts basketball. Vanover got knocked down by Filipowski. It's going to be a fascinating matchup to watch. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and here we go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in. I am rooting heavy for Oral Roberts in this one. Loving the 0-0 score a minute and a half in.
Yep. 18 and a half left to go in the first. Nobody on the board so far. Alex, Jason, Metronome, Bryce, welcome on board, everybody, today. Connor Vanover looks like he's fixing his shoe right now at 7'3". Trying to tie his right shoelace as we've stopped time with 18:33 remaining. This is a Cinderella team from 2 years ago for Oral Roberts. Second in the nation in most 3-point makes per game, averaging just under 11 threes made per game. They take a 3 here straight away.
Nope.
Missed off the back rim, and the rebound goes to Duke with Derek Lively. Duke surging with a 9-game winning streak, winning the ACC Tournament Championship. 3 at the wing by Duke.
Nope.
Rattled out, missed by Roach. Battle for the rebound, underneath, hauled in by Lively. To Filipowski. Filipowski stuck in the free throw circle. Been a double-double machine this year for Filipowski. Back outside to the March Madness logo for Duke. 2 minutes in, nobody yet to score so far. Duke with 6 on the shot clock, deep 2.
Nope.
Off the back rim, missed by Roach. Rebound goes into the corner once again for Duke for the offensive board. Filipowski has it, the elbow, spin move inside the key. Nice dump off down low. Lively
Finally
throws it down, two-handed jam for Derek Lively.
And we have points on the board.
That tandem just too big. 7-foot. Filipowski, 7'1", Lively. Oral Roberts missed the 3, skidded off the front rim and out. Duke with a rebound. Duke around the perimeter. Mark Mitchell, number 25, sends it on top to Lively. Lively passes out to his left to the point guard, Roach. Roach with 12 on the shot clock. Roach dribbles up to the key. Flings the pass out to the wing. Proctor. Kick out to the wing. Mitchell. Shot clock down to 5. Takes it into the key. Proha. Mitchell. Jumper.
Good.
Oh, he got it. Mark Mitchell on the board. What's good, Coach Robinson? Welcome to the stream. Hit us up in the chat, by the way. Who you guys got in this one, Duke or Oral Roberts? Bad start for Oral Roberts, 0 for 5 from the floor,
No.
make it 0 for 6. Couldn't finish at the rim with ace miss. Not back in transition defense either. Duke with numbers, 5 and 4, right to the rim. They score up and in off the glass by Roach.
Wow.
6-zip Blue Devils.
Not the start Oral Roberts
Nope.
was looking for.
This Duke defense has been a beast this season. The offense has started to turn the corner. They destroyed Pitt in the ACC tournament. Put them 96 on the board against Pitt in that quarterfinal matchup. Tough shot by Oral Roberts, blocked by Duke, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Oral Roberts. Turnover for the Golden Eagles. Back it goes to Duke. This is just a brick wall right now with 2 7-footers for Duke. That size posing a major issue for Oral Roberts, and their top scorer Max Asmus only standing at 6'1". Filipowski up fake at the top, moves it out to his left Proctor. 16 minutes left to go, 4 minutes into action. Filipowski hands it off to Roach. Roach at the elbow, bounce pass off the roll down. Filipowski puts it up, missed, tip in. It's good. A little bit of help right there for Duke, 8-zip. Kyle Filipowski.
Oral Roberts has got to figure out a way to hit a shot here. This is getting ugly.
Yep, and this team's all about threes. What we've seen from three-point frequency type of teams, if that's all they can do, it's been tough, as they couldn't finish at the rim either right there. Charleston got bounced out. Charleston top 5 in the nation in three-point shooting attempts, lost to San Diego State today. Here's a 3 straight away by Duke.
Nailed
Hits
it.
bottom.
Oh, man. 11-0 to start this game.
This Duke team a machine. 11-zip Duke with 15:21 remaining in the first. The size, the length, the physicality, the wingspan of those big fellas posing problems to Oral Roberts right now, and a sharp-shooting team. The bigger, stronger physical team usually takes these matchups, as we've seen years past, as we take the first time out. Wow.
Oral Roberts cannot get a basket to drop, like, no matter what they do. Going to the rim,
Oof.
long distance, doesn't matter. Nothing goes in.
0 for 8 for Oral Roberts to start. 0 for 3 from 3. Got to get the big fella at least somehow involved with Connor Vanover at 7'3", because there's 2 big boys either way down there with Lively and Filipowski, and yikes, not the start that those who had looking for a Cinderella team be rooting for that Cinderella team to hope for. Not the start so far, but we'll see. Stranger things are possible. That West Virginia game really cost me today. West Virginia was up 19-6 against Maryland. Maryland came back and won. It's wild. Quick update here with other scores as we're just getting going in the 7 o'clock window. Auburn up over Iowa, 21-14 right now, with about 7 minutes left to go in the first. That Colgate, Texas game has got pushed back. That game's got pushed back for a little bit, so that won't tip off until 7:50. Boise State tips off against Northwestern at 7:35.
Auburn's up. We have another SEC team beating a Big Ten team.
Yep.
There's a surprise. What is with the Big Ten and all these early
Big woof.
losses?
Michigan didn't even make it into the
I know,
bracket.
didn't even make the tournament.
Woof. Rutgers lost against Hofstra the other day in the NIT at home. And that was just a bad display. The last game that they covered with Illinois, they turned it over, I think it was like 17 or 18 times. Yeah.
Big Ten and bad performances.
Woof.
Just too common.
That's basically like a home game for Auburn, because they're playing in Alabama, in Birmingham, so I think it's like an hour away or so. That Iowa team's been horrendous defensively. Like, the last couple of years past, they had better defensive teams, with the one with Luka Garza.
Yep.
That, I remember we covered that one. They gave up like 50-plus at halftime to Oregon 2 years ago in that game, and Oregon bounced them out in the second round. That Iowa team this year is worse defensively than it's been the past 2 years. They're showing the wild events from today. Kihei Clark, who is on the 2019 National Championship game, the point guard for Virginia, turned the ball over with 5 seconds remaining as Furman put a full court pressure on him. Furman came up with a steal. They knocked down a 3 right before the buzzer to win, and then Princeton upsetting Arizona about like an hour ago or so. 15 minutes remaining. Oral Roberts needs something. 11 zip. Oral Roberts with a 3. Off the back rim, missed. Lively. Just a bigger dude comes out with a defensive rebound. Up the floor for Duke. Tyrese Proctor flings it out cross court. Up fake. Floats up the shot. Missed off the back rim by Roach. Rebound controlled by Oral Roberts. It's Kareem Thompson, number 2, who brings it up the court. Thompson at the left wing, moves over to Vandover. Vandover with a 3. The big fella couldn't connect at 7'3". And we do have a foul picked up on the rebound here, picked up by Duke, I believe, by Derek Lively. That's the first personal foul of the game committed by Duke.
Wow. These Oral Roberts and the shooting is just unbelievably bad. They cannot get anything to hit. And the rebounds just, I mean, obviously with the size difference. Like, we knew that Duke was going to dominate rebounds, but Duke's getting like every single one. So if Oral Roberts doesn't hit that first shot, they're done.
Yep.
Like, it's over. They're done.
0 for 10 to start it off right now for Oral Roberts, and Duke plus 7 on the glass in the first 5.5 minutes, 11-4 for Duke right now. Everything's a 3 for this Oral Roberts team, and they're just bricking them left in this matchup so far. This Oral Roberts team, they're in deep, deep trouble. All they're doing is just shooting 3 after 3 and keep on bricking them.
Yeah, and they can't even get to the rim. So like, it's not like driving the lane and trying to put a layup in is going to even help, because Duke has 2 7-footers just sitting there
Paint
waiting to block it. So
too good.
Like, they're gonna have to either figure out a way, they gotta get hot with the shooting, or this is gonna be an ugly score to this game, because I don't think they can get to the rim.
Yep.
They don't have the size to match up with Duke.
The winner of this game will take on the 4 or 13 winner. That's Tennessee against Louisiana, which Tennessee's got a key player injured, Zakai Ziegler, one of their top scorers, key guard on the team. What's good, King Markey? Welcome to stream, man. Thanks so much all for joining in. If you guys are new, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. Joined in special guest in the stream, John on the channel. Might know him from Off the Wall Hockey. One other game currently, Auburn up over Iowa 21-16. So another Big Ten team struggling. That's not a good sign. Iowa giving up 21 points against... Actually, no, it's more... I thought the game just started. It's actually Auburn holding Iowa to 16 with around 6 minutes left to go before halftime. That's a bad sign for Iowa, for a team that ranks top 10 in scoring. Just 16 points with under 6 left to go before half.
Man, SEC looking good.
Yeah, Mizzou.
Everyone thinks about the SEC in football, but
Missouri,
they're a good basketball conference.
Straight pass to the Sweet 16. They get Princeton now, so they don't even have to play Arizona. We get back to action. 14.5 left to go. Oral Roberts needs something inside the key. They push it back out to the perimeter. Max Smith led the nation in scoring 2 years ago. 7th in the nation this year, averaging 22 per game. Gives it out to the wing.
Trying to drive, and they turn it over.
And it goes back to Duke. Duke will slow it down. Top of the key, Lively. Towards his right. Now they lob it down low. Filipowski inside, double teamed. Filipowski passes out to the top. Duke drives, bounce pass, Lively. Lively inside the key, puts it up. Off the back, no good. Had a good look, couldn't convert.
That was ugly, that layup attempt.
Under 14 left to go in the first. Vanover will shoot the 3 for the big fella and missed off the back rim too long. Duke came up with a rebound. Up the floor now for Duke. And they lost it. Turnover. Dariq Whitehead up the floor. Couldn't keep it down in front. It's a turnover by Duke. That's one for Oral Roberts. You need to go quick up the floor off that turnover. At least
they let him get back.
Get to the rim as quick as possible. Kareem Thompson underneath, just surrounded by Lively. Bounce
and
pass.
Turns it
turnover.
Over.
Back to Filipowski.
This is horrific, guys.
Filipowski out to the perimeter. 3-point shot straight away. Duke missed off the rim. Vanover defensive rebounds.
Well, now nobody can shoot. So I don't think there's been a point scored in the last, 3 minutes. But
Max Smith needs something to help out his team. Ace miss at the logo. Towards his left, guarded by Filipowski at 7 for
Turned
1.
over
Big fella
again.
comes out with a steal. Filipowski 3-on-1. Right to the rim, missed the layup, and we get a foul. Roach will shoot 2 at the line.
This is like a really one-sided like middle school basketball game.
Big boy going up against the elementary school kid on the playground, basically.
Like, is this game gonna finish 51-31 or something? Like, I mean, that looks like what we're headed towards.
It's like that Georgetown, Tennessee game from like 2012. That was like, I think it was like 30 something, like 39-36 or something.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
This is gonna be Oral Roberts does not have a point. Like, it is, we are over 7 minutes into this game, and they have a 0 on the scoreboard.
13-zip. Barring any miracle here from this one, Duke would take on probably Tennessee, which if they do, Tennessee has really struggled offensively, and they're without Zakai Ziegler if that does happen, barring Louisiana. If they do pull off the upset, certainly capable of that happening. Oral Roberts with the ball. Carlos Jurgens, number 11, as we have a whistle. And a foul picked up by Duke. That'll be number 2 for the Blue Devils. Vaughn, what's good? Welcome in.
Wow, Vaughn sighting.
Wow.
What's up, man?
Ice, baby. Welcome back in the stream. 13-0 with 12:34 remaining in the first. No points in almost 8 minutes to begin for Oral Roberts. And halfway down, no good.
God.
They missed the 3.
This is like getting kind of like a comedy. Like the fact that none of these shots will go.
Duke with the ball. We're almost 8 minutes into the game. Inside the key, Ryan Young puts it up. He scores up and in off the glass. It's 15-0. Man. So I covered a Division III women's basketball game this season. The score at the end of the first quarter was 29-1. It was MIT who led Emerson 29-1 at the end of the first quarter.
Whoa, we got points.
Oral Roberts' first bucket.
Whoa.
DeShane Weaver, number 14.
With 12 minutes left in the half.
First basket happens 8 minutes and 15 seconds into action for Oral Roberts. And this is a Duke team that will slow down the tempo. They'll use a lot of the clock. They're not like Virginia, though. As we have a whistle, and it's going to be turnover, I believe, here by Duke as it went out of bounds.
I'm doing pretty good, Vaughn. How are you? Busy, but doing well.
We're going to take the timeout on the floor. 15-2 as Oral Roberts finally scored. We got around 11 and a half minutes left. Auburn leading Iowa 25-20 with around 3:25 remaining in the first. So 2 games in action currently going on right now. If you guys haven't caught up to the games already today, this is what we got. Kansas, the 1 seed, winning over Howard 96-68. Alabama, the 1 seed, winning over Texas A&M Corpus Christi 96-75. And by the way, Brandon Miller had 0 points in that game for Alabama. Just goes to show how deep that team is. San Diego State, they finally win a tournament game. They beat Charleston with a 31-3 record entering the brackets. The team that played like nobodies throughout the season for Charleston. 63-57 SDSU. Furman with a last-second game-winning 3, beating Virginia, as that's been the story lately for Virginia in the tournament. 2018 lost against UMBC. 2019 to win the national championship. 2021 lost against Ohio. And here they are again, 2023. Another first-round exit comes against Furman. 5 years to the day that Virginia lost against UMBC as a 1 seed.
I remember that.
Missouri won over Utah State 76-65. Mizzou will get Princeton in their next game. Maryland's wild comeback. They beat West Virginia 67-65. Princeton over Arizona, the one that broke everybody's brackets, 59-55. That's an Arizona team that averaged around 85 points per game, held to 55 today against Princeton. 73-63, Arkansas won over Illinois. That's a Princeton team, by the way, that did not schedule outside of the East Coast. all the teams they played were from New England
Wow.
for Princeton.
So they didn't even really travel.
Yep. Basically New England, New York, and New Jersey, where most of their games were played. Wild. Caden, thanks so much for joining in. If you're doing a stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well. No tournament in 2020 there, as we all know what happened to that.
To that.
Big woof to that bracket. That bracket took a big L. That bracket was won by somebody else who came around late February into March and just took over for quite a bit of time. That's a Princeton team that lost. They lost against Brown. They had 8 losses on the season entering today. 2 of those against Yale. 1 of those was at Dartmouth College, which hasn't been to the tournament since the 1940s.
Wow.
In Hanover, New Hampshire, the longest active tournament drought out of a team that's been. They played all teams around New England or New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey area. 11 minutes left to go. Duke just scored as we're back from the timeout, 17-2. Oral Roberts has the ball down low, and they got it, and one. So Oral Roberts finally something. They have a chance to complete their first 3-point play of the night. Max Asmus, top 10 scorer in the nation, yet to score so far for Oral Roberts. 1 shot at the free throw line. So that goes down.
17-5.
11 minutes left to go before halftime. Duke with the ball. Out to the top to Jacob Grandison. Hands it off to Roach. Moves it out to the top to Ryan Young. Young, 12 on the shot clock. Young passes out to his right to Mark Mitchell. Mitchell inside the key. Mitchell puts up the shot. Off the glass, too strong. Offensive rebound for a moment by Young. Ripped away, though, by Vanover. Tie up. And possession arrow, Duke, they'll say.
I mean, as ugly as the start has been, if Oral Roberts can get this to a single-digit game, like they're right back in it. If they can start hitting some shots and get this to single digits.
Just make a 3. That's all you have to do to get back into the game. That jumper missed off the back of my Whitehead. Offensive rebound. Chance for a putback. They couldn't get it up and in. And it's going to go Oral Roberts' way. So it's going to be called, I think, on Ryan Young here. Yeah, loose ball foul picked up by Ryan Young. So that's team foul number 4 by Duke. Arizona busted Jay Ramirez's bracket like it was knocked by prime Mike Tyson. Yep. 10:20 left to go in the first. Oral Roberts needs something, and they missed the pass out of bounds. Looking for the backdoor cut. Just missed the mark.
Those are the kinds of things that you're not going to beat a top-tier team doing things like that.
4 turnovers by Oral Roberts so far. 10-10 remaining before halftime. 5 points and almost halfway through the first half to show for. I thought Illinois was worse in the last game. They had 8 points in the first 10 minutes, but now Oral Roberts with just 5. Duke with the ball. They take the 3 straight away. That's money.
Oh my God.
20-5. Tariq Whitehead.
Absolutely.
That's a McDonald's All-American right there.
What a shot.
That's the number 1 recruit from the freshman class, Tariq Whitehead. Missed shot by Oral Roberts off the back rim. Rebound Duke.
Terrible attempt for Oral Roberts there. And now they give up another easy basket.
Mark Mitchell throws down the dunk. Rolling to the hoop for the two-handed flush.
This is bad.
22-5. Max Asmus shut down today. This Duke team just another animal. Asmus from 3. Asmus finally drills one. So finally they're able to drill a 3. Down by 14 though. 1 for 8 from the perimeter. Duke will take a 3 straight away. Missed off the mark. Rebound goes to Vanover for Oral Roberts. Under 9 minutes left to go before halftime. Not a whole lot of whistles so far in this game early on. A. Smith's Vanover now down low. Working inside the paint, and it gets blocked by Lively. Lively just rejects Patrick Mwaba down at the rim. Here goes Duke with it. Duke at the top of the key. This Duke team just surging right now. 3 at the wing. Grandison drills it. Jacob Grandison, kaboom, from downtown, 25-8. This Duke team, an absolute machine. Late stage of the season. There's a reason why they blew out Pittsburgh in the ACC tournament. Why they were able to beat Virginia by 10 points in the ACC championship.
What was that shot? Like, why?
Duke stripped, they lost it.
Come on, you got to finish here.
And they will. So coast to coast off the steal. They take it a distance that time. Number 32, Patrick Mwaba.
Oral Roberts finally hits 10 points.
Under 8 minutes remaining. There's been more minutes played than points so far on the board for Oral Roberts. 7:45 left to go. Duke with the ball. Derek Lively towards his left. Gives it over to Roach. Roach passes out to his right. 5 in the shot clock for Duke. Duke will take a 3.
Absolute
money.
Dagger. Oh, my.
Derek Whitehead, an X factor for the number 1 recruit. Starting to get going right now. Huge sign for Duke. For him to get going in the right direction. Jumper the baseline. Missed off the mark by A. Smith. 7:15 left to go. Duke with the ball. Mark Mitchell. Towards his right. Passes back outside to Whitehead. Into the hands to Grandison. Grandison moves it out to the corner. Mitchell. And we're going to have a timeout taken on the floor as we're just above 7 minutes left to play. All right, so 7:04 left to go right now. 28-10. This game all Duke.
Yeah, Duke has not taken their foot off the gas at all. And like Oral Roberts, every time they hit one shot, it feels like a big deal. And then Duke just comes down the other way and just absolutely drives a dagger into him, nails a 3 or something.
Yep, and this is huge for Duke. Duke, that's like one of their lone areas that they really need to improve upon for Duke. Today they're 4 for 9 from 3-point range, 44%. So they're stroking the ball great from 3-point range in this game. And Derek Whitehead, he is leading the charge with 8 points, top scorer. Able to balance it out for Duke so far as they get themselves 7 separate scores. Duke's won 9 in a row entering the bracket.
This is a game that feels over already.
Levi, thanks so much for joining in. Wish I was white. Welcome to the stream. 60 plus watching. If you guys are new in the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, college hoops, NBA, and glad to have you guys join in, being a part here. Special guest John on the channel. Gonna update you guys on Auburn, Iowa. Auburn with a lead, 31-24. Looks like Auburn's defense limiting Iowa in that first half. Just another Big Ten school struggling. Northwestern, another Big Ten school in action. They lead Boise State, though, 8-3. What's good, Cody? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, hopefully Bryce Hopkins able to show up tomorrow for PC.
Yes, they will, Vaughn. Yes, they will.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one for Tennessee in the second round. Knowing the history of Tennessee basketball, that they've struggled to make it to the second weekend. They have to first get past Louisiana. Louisiana, sneaky 13 seed in the bracket. The Houston game is on TNT tonight. They're taking on Northern Kentucky. That's at 9:20 Eastern on TNT. The Oral Roberts team 1 for 9 from 3, 4 for 20 from the floor, getting out rebounded 18-8.
They're actually interviewing this Oral Roberts coach right now.
Started off 0 for 12.
I
Yikes.
If I'm that coach, the last thing I want right now is to be doing an interview. I didn't even... I mean, I was cheering for Oral Roberts, but that's pretty pointless at this point. This is an absolute beatdown going on right now.
I took Duke to the Final Four in my bracket. This Duke team's surging right now. Mark Mitchell comes out with a defensive rebound.
I just like upsets.
Yep.
But I don't think this is going to be an upset.
I'm hoping my upset picks for Drake and Kent State come through tomorrow. Turnaround jumper missed short by Filipowski. Filipowski's only got 2 so far. He's had monstrous double-doubles all throughout the course of the season. 17 double-doubles this year for Filipowski. That's a bad sign for Iowa if they manage to score 26 points in the first half. Yikes. Yeah, I wasn't really sure about that Northwestern Boise State game. That was the one that was the toughest for me to pick because Northwestern barely makes it to the tournament. Boise State, I don't like picking Mountain West schools, but when I looked into Northwestern's offensive statistics, I saw that they had their offense was ranked in the 300s, whereas Boise State's got 5 players in the starting 5 averaging double figures. Oral Roberts up fake at the corner with a 3 by A. Smith.
Nope.
Rattled out. Tipped off the glass. Vanover.
Finally.
Got the putback. And the foul. So finally, Connor Vanover with a tap in plus the fall at 7'3".
It took him 3 tries to finally get it in.
It's just you got big, strong, NBA-ready type bodies. You have 3 players on Duke that's projected first-round picks. Vanover 7'3".
I kind of feel bad for these Oral Roberts kids. You're on national TV just getting absolutely pounded like this. You can't hit a shot to save your lives. It's got to just absolutely stink for them.
Yeah, it's too bad. It's just so different with the quality of competition. They went 30-4, but
against who?
Their conference schedule was South Dakota State, South Dakota, North Dakota, North Dakota State.
The differences in conference are just insane.
And everybody talked about the ACC having a down year, and the ACC, I feel is trying to put on a statement right now and advance as many teams possible in the bracket, just like they did last year for the ACC. 5.5 left to go in the first. Duke with the basketball. Bounce past Filipowski. Pro hop inside the key. Floats it up. Missed off the glass. Offensive rebound back to Lively. Over to the wing. Whitehead takes a 3. Splashes in another one. Dariq Whitehead knocks down the jumpers. Rolled a 2. His foot was on the 3-point line. 30-13. With 5:15 left. Dariq Whitehead's got 10. He's 4 for 6 from the floor.
Nice.
That's the best play we've seen all day from Oral Roberts. Cutting right to the hoop, scoring.
30-15. Duke has still doubled them up.
5 minutes left to go before half. Mid-range. Roach rattles in.
So, every time Oral Roberts does something good, Duke just comes back down and negates it. Yep. They're like, nope, too bad.
Yeah, this Oral Roberts team has got the worst matchup possible for them because the tournament's all about matchups, and I have been talking about for weeks how this Oral Roberts team has potential to be able to pull off another first-round upset. We see Vanover knock down a 3. It's just not against this Duke team. This is just the worst possible matchup for them because of Duke's size and length and athleticism on the floor. Bounce pass out to the corner. Duke able to corral it. Lively. And he stepped out of bounds, though.
Yep.
So turnover by Duke with 4:20 remaining. Yeah, sorry to hear about that, Joe. Hopefully a better year next year. Steven, welcome to Stream Man. They're crawling back a little bit for Oral Roberts. 14-point game now. They need to just hit a big-time shot. Give them a little bit of confidence here with 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Oral Roberts has it. At the top, Isaac McBride makes the pass out to the left wing, Kareem Thompson. Thompson, spin move inside the key, lost it.
Got it back.
Inside, and they couldn't finish. Carlos Jurgens, second chance blocked from behind by Filipowski. Filipowski comes out with a basketball. These guys just cannot finish at the rim. 3:40 left to go before half. Filipowski off to his right. Back to Filipowski inside the key. Double teamed his pass. Deflected out of bounds by Oral Roberts.
Oral Roberts just needs like a 7-0, 8-0 run to get themselves back in it, but they just can't string anything together. Like
they need threes to drop. They need threes to drop fast.
That last missed layup was
that's
a perfect
critical.
example. Like, if you've got to hit that.
It's critical. Yeah, statistically wise, this Oral Roberts team, like, there's a couple things that popped out to me. They don't turn over the ball. They're number one in fewest turnovers per game this season. But I mean,
over today.
Yeah, 4 turnovers in this game so far. When you go up against a bigger type of team that can speed you up, then there's a problem in this game. And the 3-point makes, usually you get a team that, like, all they do, they're just 3-point centric. They haven't fared too well in the bracket recently. And a lot of those teams last year got bounced out early. And you really got to get some balance in the game and not be too predictable. And that's what happened to Charleston. They attempt like over 30 3-point shots per game. It's like you at least got to get to the rim and attempt twos to give yourself a chance. Because if you're one-dimensional, you're probably not going to go far. And that's what we see. Yeah, we see that a lot from a lot of these teams. Like, good just at defense, not so much at offense, or it could be the other side. Only good at offense, pretty bad at defense. We got more games in action right now. Northwestern up over Boise State 15-8. Auburn going into halftime with a 5-point lead over Iowa 31-26. And then Colgate, Texas about to tip off in 3 minutes. Kind of shocked that Colgate was a 15 seed. Shocked. That Colgate team, record of 26-8. They draw a 15 seed.
Wow. When
Grand Canyon got a 14 seed playing against Gonzaga, and Grand Canyon was the 5 seed in their conference tournament in the WAC.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Can't imagine that, I don't know what I was going to say. I can't imagine that that conference is giving them a top-level competition leading into the tournament.
Yeah, those teams from that conference with Grand Canyon, some of those teams actually had a forfeit win to their schedule because New Mexico State had suspended their basketball team for like the last month of the season.
Oh, my God.
It's ridiculous. They eliminated UConn from the bracket last year, and they finished at the bottom of their conference this year.
Yikes.
Wild. What a difference a year makes.
Yeah.
What a difference for Kennesaw State if we see if they can pull off an upset against Xavier tomorrow. Kennesaw State 3 years ago, 1-28. Xavier almost lost against DePaul in the Big East tournament. They did lose against DePaul in the regular season, and they lost a home game against Villanova late in the season, I believe. Xavier's defense ranked in the 300s in the nation this season. We get back to action, 3:15 remaining. Duke off the inbound, they get a bucket. 16-point lead. Oral Roberts lost in the key. Duke with an opportunity with numbers. Here they go, pushing it. Kick out to the corner. Open. Mark Mitchell, 3. Comes up short. Loose ball. Ryan Young, Vanover. Pig pile for it. Inside the key. Bodies all over the place. And possession error, Oral Roberts. I'm not sure what Illinois shot from the field. I think it was like mid to high 30s in that game for Illinois. I think they were limited to like 38%.
That's not going to win
field goal shooting percentage. I'm pretty sure they were 6 of 21 from 3 for Illinois. I'm pretty sure. 2:57 left to go before halftime. Not many free throws, not many fouls. Oral Roberts, a lot of missed shots. Yep. Oral Roberts with it with A-Smith. A-Smith turns it over.
Again.
The steal by Roach for Duke.
These are the things that you just cannot do if you're Oral Roberts.
6th turnover to game. Duke has it. At the wing with Roach. Lobs it over to Young. Young, low block, double team. Ryan Young lost it, turnover. Came into the hands of Vanover, who got the steal.
Got to take advantage of that now.
Kareem Thompson, wide open around the perimeter. He'll take a three, and he missed it. Uncontested three. Couldn't hit it. Yikes.
Not a lot of fast break in this game either way. Like, nobody's running the floor. I feel like Oral Roberts has to try and get some sort of speed going, because if Duke's back defensively and they got those 7-footers there, you're not going near the rim. So there's been no like back and forth speed to this game. Duke's keeping it very controlled and slow, which plays into them perfectly.
34-18, 2 minutes left to go, and Jeremy Roach will shoot 2 at the free throw line. Yep, and a brick fest today. First one's good for Roach. Yeah, Brick City used to be a Lego company, I think, in Niagara Falls. So when I went there, when I was younger, there was a Legoland place out there that was called Brick City. Brick City, like Russell Westbrook, too. 1:50 left to go before halftime. Vanover going to try a three, missed off the back rim. Duke with a rebound. Duke has it past midcourt. Minute and a half left to go. Roach controlling the tempo for Duke. Roach inside the key. Roach passes back out to his right. They will attack the rim. Inside, Mark Mitchell gets fouled from behind. 2 shots coming up by Mark Mitchell at the free throw line. We have a substitution, too. It looks like Derek Lively has been monstrous in this game. Will come back on the floor. Ryan Young will check out here. Oh, did they call it on... Actually, no. They might have called a foul on Young right here. Yeah, they did. They called an offensive foul by Young. Trying to set it up for a clear inside the key.
Wow, nice.
Oof. Oh, they're not going to count it.
Ah.
Wow, so they erased the bucket. Oral Roberts scored a bucket. Referee's going to take it away. Isaac McBride. See, he pushed off. Yeah, he pushed off.
Pushed off.
Yep, pushed off with the right arm. Working on Roach and floated up the shot. All right, so John Shire will call the timeout now for Duke. 1:16 left to go before half, and Duke double the amount of points on the board than Oral Roberts.
This is a beatdown.
60 plus in the stream. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Glad to have you guys join and be a part here on the stream. Wish this one, honestly, could be so much better. Man. Dennis, welcome to the membership, man. Let's get that member hype out for Dennis in the channel. By the way, Colgate, Texas just tipped off, and Colgate has the 2-0 lead over Texas in the first 2 minutes. Northwestern up over Boise State 20-14, and Auburn leading Iowa at halftime 31-26.
Oh, yeah, some member hype in the chat.
1:10 left to go before half. This game is all Duke. Duke driving baseline, slipping away. Roach, backdoor scores, up and in off the glass.
20-point lead, and it's not even halftime.
No points by Oral Roberts in almost the last 4 minutes. Max Smith out to Vanover. Towards his left. Filipowski guarding Kareem Thompson, and there's a basket. Smith up and in off the glass.
That was a slick play right there. Great passing. But
Max Smith finally gets his first 2 of the game. He's up to 5. 30 seconds left.
And Duke just slows it right down. Not going to let any momentum shift here.
This Duke team just an absolute machine. They allow Oral Roberts, who's averaging around like 84 points per game, to 20 in the first half. Roach, nice dump off.
Oh, what a jam.
Derek Lively, him and Whitehead have just taken over this first half for Duke. 40-23.
Oh!
There you go, Oral Roberts.
Jimmer range over there.
Lively. Again at the
Didn't get it
buzzer.
off.
No good. Couldn't finish.
It's all right.
17-point Duke lead going into halftime.
They're still up by 17. I think it's okay.
UNC's biggest nightmare. As far as Duke can go, they will go. And Duke a 17-point lead going into half against Oral Roberts, the Cinderella from 2 years ago.
Not the half Oral Roberts was looking for if they were
Nope.
going to pull off an upset. Holy cow. What a just one-sided affair so far.
This Duke team's an absolute machine. They allowed just 9 shots. They forced 7 turnovers. It took Oral Roberts, I think, like 12 minutes to score 10 points on the board in that first half. Wild. Absolutely wild. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams here. Last stream of the night, by the way. So this will be the last stream of the night. I'll be back tomorrow. Got a good triple header planned for tomorrow, as we'll be starting with the first game, Michigan State USC. That'll tip off at 12:15 p.m. tomorrow. Followed up by the mid-afternoon game. That will be Creighton NC State at 4. And then the big one, PC against Kentucky. Ed Cooley's boys against Coach Cal tomorrow. Bryce Hopkins looking for his revenge game for PC basketball tomorrow.
Not too optimistic with the way PC's been
Rough,
playing.
rough down the stretch.
Oh, they were brutal at the end of the season.
Oof. Big oof on senior day against Seton Hall.
That
That was a non-tournament team too.
Yep, and then
Yeesh.
in the Big East tournament,
Yep.
bad loss. They lost to UConn before too in the regular season.
That UConn team looks pretty legit though, for them. That UConn team's been playing well, but we'll see if they can even get out of the first round tomorrow. They play against Rick Pitino and Iona. UConn last 2 tournaments, like I've had so much hope on UConn getting them far in the bracket. Last two brackets can't even escape the first round. They lost against Maryland, and then I remember James Bouknight got shut down 2 years ago, and then last year they lost against New Mexico State, and Adama Sanogo did nothing last year in that game. Jack, welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, they really gotta connect on their threes.
And stop turning the ball over, for God's
Yep.
sake. So many turnovers.
Yeah, they've almost hit their average. They've turned it over 7 times. And it's not like we're going on a fast tempo in this game, so it's not like they're playing like an Alabama-type offensive speed. Because they've been slowed down because Duke, right from the start, they've just taken the lead, got ahead, stay ahead, and Duke's just controlled tempo this whole game. There's been opportunities for Oral Roberts. They struggle to finish at the rim. Sometimes they've had opportunities off the break, and you like to see them like go on the fast break and push tempo, but no. They haven't been able to do that. So, yeah, let's see what we got right now, actually, since we're at halftime. I'll flip over. I think Auburn, Iowa, 31-26. They're about to begin the second half. I'm going to put on Colgate, Texas, to see how this one's starting off right now. Actually, that game is on a commercial break, too. Boise State, Northwestern, that's a defensive grind of a matchup right there. Actually, Northwestern's got the lead, 22-16. This Mountain West teams, like, year after year, just... They're just so big disappointments in the bracket. At least San Diego State won, so they finally won a game in the Mountain West as Northwestern scores 24-16. Rough start for Boise State, the 10 seed. What's good, Freeman? Welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot of tempo for this Boise State offense. Northwestern, this team is all about defense. They ranked 300 in scoring this season, but they're top 20 in defense. I don't watch that much Max Kellerman. Usually Stephen A. and Molly more. Wednesdays when Mad Dog is always good. Just want to see what Colgate, Texas. Okay, here we go. Nice little layup by Texas, Tyrese Hunter. See the scope of this game right now. 9-7 Texas with 14 minutes left to go in the first. Colgate team is really efficient. They're the best three-point shooting team in the nation for Colgate. They get that big boy into the game, the Lumberjack, number 55, Woodward. Colgate just drilled a three. 10-9, Colgate with a lead for the top three-point shooting team, percentage-wise, in the nation.
Well, I hope Colgate wins this. I want the 15-2 upset again.
Sir Jabari Rice. He's going to get you on the up fake for number 10. Christian Bishop, no good, couldn't finish. They get the offensive board. And Colgate picked up a foul. So this game's good early on. Colgate, they've proved that they could play a solid 35 with you in the past. They did that against Tennessee in 2019. They did that against Arkansas. They led at one point. I think it was like 33-19 2 years ago against Arkansas.
I remember that game.
And then they ended up losing. The wheels fell off in the second half. And then Colgate last year, they gave a solid 35 against Wisconsin, but lost. Wow, Texas just turned over the basketball. It goes right back to Colgate with 13 minutes left.
Texas's coach is not happy.
Man, Texas, Arizona, Marquette, San Diego State. Those are four teams that historically have been cursed in the bracket. Texas with a steal. Texas is a really good team forcing turnovers. And they take it right to the rim. Marcus Carr and one at the free throw line for Texas.
There's some speed game. We haven't seen any of that in the game we're doing with this fast up and down the court.
They're just so good at forcing turnovers for the Texas guards. They got really good athletic guards on this team. The front court's been the reason why when they won the Big 12 tournament. That's the reason why. It was because of the front court players who stepped up. Christian Bishop, Dylan DeSue. They were without Timmy Allen, one of their key forwards in that matchup. Colgate can move the ball around, though. Wow, they hit it. Colgate knocked down the two at the baseline. This Colgate team's like reminiscent from that Vermont team from last year. Like that Vermont team was making some ridiculous shots. Really good efficient-wise type team last year for Vermont. Marcus Carr drills the three. Wow. He made 6 threes, I believe, against Gonzaga back in November. They crushed Gonzaga in November for this Texas team. That big guy goes 6'10", number 55. It's like a point forward, kind of, for this Colgate squad. Woodward is his last name, I believe. Colgate missed the corner three. Rebound, Texas. Texas by 3, 15-12. If Marcus Carr starts to hit his threes, watch out, because this Texas team, they won the Big 12 tournament, and they struggled from three-point range, and they crushed Kansas by 20.
Wow.
15-12 looks like it's Texas 3-point lead over Colgate. Just going to flip over to Auburn, Iowa. We'll update you guys on that game right now as well. Yeah, Iowa's defense, well, they just knocked down a three, though. So Iowa hanging in 34-29. No more Jordan Bohannon for this team. That guy.
Finally?
Yeah, so no more Jordan Bohannon finally. Last year was his final year.
I feel like he was on Iowa for like 7 years.
Yep. Some of these players that's like still playing, they've been playing college basketball since like 2017. It's crazy. Fran McCaffrey ain't too happy about that turnover by Iowa, down by 7, 36-29.
That game's still decently close here.
Yeah, if Iowa makes some shots, which they're very well capable of doing. They were down by 12 points against Michigan State with a minute left to go. They came back and they won in overtime. They scored above 100 in that game. Auburn, they struggle from 3. That's the problem for Auburn. This is like a home game for Auburn. This game's played out in Birmingham. Just 29 points for Iowa, though. You got to get something going on. Ooh, huge collision off the lob pass. It's on Auburn. It's called in the foul. I think the Bills will win the Super Bowl before the Bengals. Yeah, I'll say yes to that because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. We're like the Bengals wide receivers in the future. If they're going to be paid more, and you can't like afford that many great wideouts on the team for receivers. That's what makes them special, is their receiving core. Do I think there's ever been a perfect bracket? Maybe in a tournament that didn't have as many upsets or so. Like 2019 didn't have as many upsets, but this one, last one, the year before, no. Not with Princeton beating Arizona. I wasn't really shocked by that, though. Last year, I was shocked with St. Peter's. I had said last couple of weeks, I was like, I wouldn't be stunned if Arizona loses. I'm not gonna do it myself. And what happened? They did.
Yep.
Crazy. That just explains the Pac-12 this season. Texas just made another jumper, so Texas is up now 18-12 over Colgate. Northwestern leading 27-22 over Boise State. This one's a fascinating one in the second half. Only game in the second half so far between Iowa and Auburn is we're at halftime here. Oral Roberts and Duke in a lopsided one. What's good, Paul? Welcome to the stream, man. This Auburn team cannot hit a 3. That's what's helping out Iowa, stay in the game right now. If Iowa starts to heat up, watch out. But this Auburn team can block the basketball. One of the best teams in shot blocking in the nation this season. Hey, good for you, Vaughn. So, Vaughn was correct. Yeah, I picked that too. I picked Furman to beat Virginia.
Oh, nice. Virginia's always an easy one to pick against early.
That, in my recent memory, that has to be the weakest number 4 seed in a long, long time, in my opinion. That team lost against Boston College by double digits. They scored 48 points against Boston College this year. BC lost against New Hampshire and Maine, and they barely beat Stonehill in their first season in D1.
Oh, Jesus.
Auburn just drilled a 3. 39-29 Auburn. Yes, this is his first game with me today.
Yep. Auburn back to double digits.
Yep. It's like a home game for them for Auburn in that matchup. Put on Colgate, Texas.
Yeah, this seems like a good game.
24-17 Texas. Colgate, though, hanging in. Colgate can make their shots.
Not that one.
Nope. Rebound by Texas with 10 minutes left to go in the first. 7-point Texas lead. Dylan DeSue. Low block. Puts it up. They get it back, though, at the baseline. They gave it away. I think that was Brock Cunningham who went down. They got a 5 and 4 if they want to use it, and they give it away by Colgate.
Yikes.
Colgate had a chance up the floor.
And did not take advantage.
These guards are good for Texas, and if they're making their shots, they look good. Serge-Jabari Rice, we see. He's on point today making threes. That's a problem for your opponent. Right now, Texas is a 7-point lead because of that. This dude was something special last year. That's good. Roll down at the rim. Dylan DeSue, assist by Serge-Jabari Rice. Serge-Jabari Rice played for New Mexico State last year. He was key in that win over UConn. He locked up UConn last year. I remember that was like a bloodbath type of game last season. Nice skip pass to the corner. Colgate missed the 3 now, though. And Texas committed a foul. They got the surfer dude on that team. That's right, number 14, Keegan Records.
Gnarly, dude.
Yep. Colgate out of the Patriot. Couldn't finish at the rim. What's good, Michelle? Welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in. Hey, there we go. Bruins up.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Oop. Drain.
Rice drills it.
Oh my, just absolutely drained.
Texas 29-17.
Now this is starting to get
over
one-sided.
Colgate.
He's got 12 points already. Rice already has 12 points. He's on pace for like almost a 40-point game.
Wild. These guards are just so good for Texas. Yeah, they really went back to the gym and focused on their three-point shooting because they struggled in the Big 12 tournament and they beat Kansas by 20 in the championship game, but didn't make that many threes. And now they're on point from 3, and this Texas team is dangerous. Yeah, I heard about that. They beat UCLA in the tournament for Princeton. And now they beat Arizona. What's good, Paul? Welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in. 80 plus watching right now. We're at halftime between Duke and Oral Roberts. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. And hopefully a better second half between these two teams than the first one. Really lopsided. Just the size of Duke is just too much to handle in that matchup in the first half. Texas up by 11, 8 minutes left to go in their game against Colgate. 3. Marcus Carr, he knew it when it left his hand. Wow. Catching fire.
Texas is really pulling away now.
They got elite guard play out of those 3. Marcus Carr, Serge-Jabari Rice, and Tyrese Hunter. Iowa hanging in right now, 39-31. If they can start to make their shots, then they have an opportunity, but cold from the floor throughout this game for Iowa. Just another first-round tournament game with Fran McCaffrey and the Hawkeyes. Auburn looks like they're just the bigger physical team in this game, and Auburn knocks down a 3. Wow. In my honest opinion, I get Kentucky in that matchup. I picked Kentucky in the bracket, and Iowa lucky that they didn't turn it over. Auburn, a block fest. Rejected twice. Murray spots up with a 3. Murray sinks it.
I mean, as much as I want Providence to win, I'm not super optimistic about it because they have not been playing well recently. They did not end their season strong whatsoever.
There's a lot of distractions there, too, whether Ed Cooley is going to go to Georgetown, which will be crushing. I think I heard somebody bring up
I don't know why he would do that.
a couple of days ago. I think his daughter was in college, like in the Georgetown area. It makes no sense to go over to an in-conference team that competes against Providence. Makes no sense for that. That's what.
It's just Georgetown stinks now. Like, I don't know why he would want to go to that. Have to deal with that team and try and rebuild it from the ground up.
All right, it looks like we're going to get rolling here. Second half about to begin very soon. Duke and Oral Roberts. Nobody in double figures for Oral Roberts. Max Asmus, 8 points, top scorer. Limited to just 3 for 8 from the floor. And Jeremy Roach, top scorer for Duke. He's got 13 with 3 assists. No turnovers in the first half. Derek Whitehead's been massive off the bench. He's got 10 points. And then Derek Lively, he's got 9 rebounds with 4 blocks in the first half for Derek Lively. Just been a monster at the rim at 7'1".
Duke has 25 rebounds. Oral Roberts has 15. I honestly thought it was going to be more lopsided than that. It felt more lopsided than that in the first half. It really did seem like Duke was getting almost every rebound.
Andrew, welcome in, man. No problem. Hope everything is going well for you. Yeah, it took Oral Roberts 12 minutes to score 10 points. Just a tough game right out of the gate. All right, so here we go. Second half about to begin.
This is either going to be an extremely exciting comeback or one of the most boring halves of blowout basketball we could possibly watch.
And Duke's probably going to just control tempo as much as possible. Mark Mitchell, top of the key. Back into the hands to Roach as we begin half number 2 of action. Duke left to right in the floor. Roach receives the pass, drives baseline. Roach, bounce pass down low. We have a blocking foul. And Filipowski will shoot 2 at the free throw line for Duke. Alex, thanks so much for joining in. Hasn't been many fouls so far in this game. This Oral Roberts team isn't that deep either. They don't get into foul trouble as much for Oral Roberts, but Max Asmus, the top scorer this season for them, has got 2 personal fouls. First one by Filipowski, missed off the rim. Second one off the back rim, missed again.
He better be in the gym tomorrow working on free throws.
Just a projected first-round pick. Usually he's reliable. Today, Filipowski, he's only got 2 points. He's the top scorer in the team. He's got 17 double-doubles. His other teammates, Whitehead, Lively, Roach. Roach has had a major game because of the past previous experience for him. He's the lone non-freshman in the starting 5. Roach is a junior. Oral Roberts now will head to the free throw line. He'll get 2 shots. Yeah, Brandon Miller struggled today too for Alabama. He had nothing. No points for Brandon Miller. So, a lot of the key freshmen, top freshmen in the nation struggling today in their first round game. 2 free throws now for Oral Roberts. First one they missed. Patrick Mwaba, no good. He's from the Congo. Second shot for Oral Roberts, and no good. Rebound, Filipowski.
Okay, so nobody wants to hit free throws now.
Duke with the ball, 19-15 remaining in the second possession of half number 2 for Duke. Roach has it at the wing. 12 on the shot clock, passes back out to Filipowski. They turn the corner. Proctor floats it up, no good, skipped around the rim and out. Rebound, Oral Roberts. Past midcourt for the Golden Eagles and into the hands of A-Smith. Max A-Smith floats up the runner inside the key. Miss rim short, tipped up, and a long rebound controlled by Mitchell. Mitchell looking to push tempo. Mitchell, Euro step, floats it up. No good off the back rim. Offensive rebound. Mitchell puts it up. He scores up and in off the glass.
That's the most high-tempo play we've seen in this game.
Yep. 42-23. 18 and a half left to go. Mark Mitchell showing you the motor right there, taking it to the rim with a putback. Double teamed in the corner. They give it out to Vanover, the big fella from three.
Nope.
Missed it, skidded off the rim and out of bounds. The big dude that can space the floor, that can take threes and make threes, struggling today for Connor Vanover. 1 for 5 from three, just 6 points. Duke with the ball, 18 minutes left to go. Proctor has it now at the top. Passes outside to Filipowski. Mitchell, back outside to Proctor. Under 18 minutes left. Lob to Filipowski, double teamed inside the key. Gets the way out to the corner. Roach, open three.
Nope.
And off the back rim. And Oral Roberts collects the defensive rebound. It's going to stay Duke ball, I believe, here on the floor. 17:47 remaining. So there you go, Mikey. So 98%. Yeah, I doubt that anybody has a perfect bracket by now. Duke will get the inbound. So that was called an Oral Roberts. Driving baseline, right to the rim. Backdoor, they score up and in off the glass by Roach. Just such a good finisher at the rim. Largest lead, Duke by 21. Oral Roberts double team. They get the ball away to the top. Mwaba moves it back outside to A-Smith. A-Smith, 10 on the shot clock, guarded by Filipowski. 6'1" on 7 feet. A-Smith attacks. Get that out of there.
God.
Lively. With a huge rejection, denying A-Smith basically a high schooler in the playground versus an elementary school kid.
That was just
bully ball.
In your face. Just get this out of here.
That's going to be Zach Eady tomorrow against Fairleigh Dickinson. 7-4 going up against the smallest team in college hoops. Purdue against Fairleigh Dickinson. Oh, man. Deflected on the outside. Ball goes into the hands to Duke, though, as they attack downhill right to the rim. Another layup made by Duke up and in off the glass. Roach just take it over. Jeremy Roach is so good at the rim. 15 by Roach. He could potentially outscore Oral Roberts. Check that. He's got 17 as it updates. 17 by Roach. 3 missed by Oral Roberts. Rebound Mitchell of Duke. What a matchup nightmare. 16 and a half left to play. Duke with the ball. Proctor has it at the top of the key. Proctor. Spin move. Jumper. Fall away. Sinks it for Proctor for the freshman. Duke just high-level basketball right now. This is my final stream today, so this is the last one. 16 minutes left to go. Max A-Smith jacks up a deep range three. That's not even close. Air ball.
It.
Out of bounds.
This is just absolutely overdone. Signed, sealed, delivered. This game is over.
Bully ball out on the playground.
Just pure domination right now.
Varsity at the high school level beats
It's
elementary school.
It's literally like Duke is a varsity team and Oral Roberts is like the freshman team.
These poor Oral Roberts kids. Oh, man. This is just the worst mismatch possible for them. Because 2 years ago, that Ohio State team could not play defense that they won. And then that Florida team, that team last year was a hit or miss. So that's how they made it to the Sweet 16 against both of those teams.
Yep.
Woof. Ty, welcome back in, man. Yikes. Yep, Arizona probably did it for everybody. Wow, Texas really pouring it on to Colgate right now. 35-18 Texas with 5:30 left to go before halftime. Northwestern up at the half over Boise State, 38-32. Wow, Auburn is shutting down Iowa right now. 58-41 Auburn with 10:50 left. Wow, Iowa's just got shut down. that's an Auburn team that had, like, no traction entering the bracket for Auburn. I think they were, like, 3-9 in their last 12 games for them. Just shows, once again, the Big Ten. Another bad performance by the Big Ten in the bracket.
I feel like we say that every year.
Yeah. If Michigan State loses to USC tomorrow, that's an issue. That USC team, I think, coming in is dealing with multiple injuries entering tonight's game or tomorrow's game. Yeah, Duke's come a long way for this team. Duke's hitting their peak right now. Julio, welcome to the stream. Daquan, welcome in. If you guys are new, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well here, folks. Yeah, looks like there's a good chance Mizzou gets the second weekend now. So, I did not take Arizona to lose against Princeton. I had said, though, I'm pretty sure I've been saying it for weeks on the channel. I also might have said it on my video that I would not be shocked if Princeton wins that game. I also said I would not be shocked if Missouri beats Arizona, which is not going to happen because that Missouri team's scrappy and can force turnovers. They remind me of Miami from last year, which made it to the Elite Eight. I'm interested to know about that Miami-Drake game tomorrow. Norchad Omier, he is a game-time decision, I believe, for tomorrow for Miami. So they're going to really, really need he's the top rebounder on the team, the number 2 scorer, I believe, and they're going to need...
He just walked right in there and
need him for that game.
Placed that ball in the basket, and nobody from Oral Roberts could do anything about it.
Mark Mitchell back from the timeout, just driving right to the rim with a layup, 50-23. Oral Roberts around the perimeter. Back on top, Connor Vanover. Number 10, Isaac McBride gets the layup. Probably one of the best offensive plays we've seen all day from Oral Roberts. Just
surprised
driving to the rim.
Dropped. A lot of those have gone in and out today. Oral Roberts has struggled to finish. That one actually dropped in.
10-2 run by Duke. It's been a run all game long. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell inside had it blocked by Vanover. Here goes Oral Roberts looking to push tempo. Oral Roberts attacking right to the rim. They missed the layup, though. Rebound back to Lively of Duke. It's like one of the few plays they pushed tempo on today.
They need more of that, but they got to be able to turn it into points.
And Duke just controlling tempo, doubling Oral Roberts with 14.5 left to go. And UNC's biggest nightmare going to keep on continuing in the bracket. John Shire looking for a deep, deep run in this bracket for Duke. Vanover came up with a rebound. A lot of time just in their backcourt right now with the ball for Oral Roberts. You gotta be urgent with a basketball. They take a 3 by A. Smith, missed off the back rim. Rebound control by Whitehead.
He had like 2 guys right on him. He just hucked up a 3 like it was 1 second left on the clock.
14 minutes left. What's good, Kenneth? Welcome to the stream, man. Top of the key, Derek Lively moves it out to his right to Roach. Roach, the one who's taken over this game today with 17. Roach, mid-range, got it. 19 by Roach, 52-25, Duke. 7 for 14 from the floor. As we're down to under 14 minutes left to go. A lot of time in these Oral Roberts possessions. Carlos Jurgens at the wing. 12 on the shot clock for Jurgens. Jurgens inside the key. Joel's back out, guarded by Lively. They pass out to a corner 3. And around the rim and out. Offensive rebound, though, Oral Roberts.
And a foul.
And Lively from behind picks up the foul. 13-18 left to go. By the way, Auburn leading Iowa 60-45. Texas looking good, leading Colgate 37-22. And Northwestern up at the half over Boise State 38-32. Just another no-show from Fran McCaffrey. in Iowa. That seems typical each year in the bracket. Last year, they lost to the Richmond Spiders last season as a 5 seed. Corner 3 missed by Oral Roberts. They come up with another offensive rebound. Ace miss. Passes down low, and they score. Nobody with double-digit points tonight for Oral Roberts. 13 minutes left. Roach with 19, moves it on top to Proctor. 15 on the shot clock for Duke. Proctor, jumper, off the back rim, tipped up, and a rebound controlled by Deshang Weaver of Oral Roberts. Max A. Smith's double team, moves it on top. They'll shoot a 3, wide open, and they couldn't convert.
God.
So many uncontested threes that
Wide
Oral
open.
Roberts can't hit.
And they just brick it. Wide open, nobody within 15 feet of him, and he bricks it. It's like you can't win a basketball game like that.
3 of 22 from 3-point range for this Oral Roberts team.
Yeah, you want to know why they're down by 25? There you go.
They averaged 10 made threes per game tonight. They got 3. And a team that basically is let it fly behind the arc. Live or die by the 3. That's the motto. And today, they're getting basically almost doubled.
They're certainly not living by the 3, that's
Nope.
for sure.
This performance looks like the Celtics lately. Celtics had a bad loss against the Rockets, but they have some really good, really big wins where they put up like 130 plus points because they lead the league in 3-point makes per game. And then they get locked up and they lose against a team with like 15 wins.
Oof.
12-10 left to go. They're 0 for 9 in the second half from 3. And they're just slowing down tempo, which you can't do. Weaver, number 14 on Young. He scores inside the post. Under 12 minutes left.
I feel like Duke is going to start putting some bench warmers in towards the end of this.
Whitehead out to Roach. Pass deflected, able to get it back. Grandison, great hustle, scores up and in off the glass.
That's like a microcosm of this entire game right there.
That was the player who passed the ball, Jacob Grandison, had it knocked loose in a steal. Near side of the floor. Here goes Proctor, blocked to the rim. Great defensive play there by Oral Roberts as they come up with the basketball. 3. Banks it. First made 3. Second half by Oral Roberts, Kareem Thompson.
It's like me in the Palmer River gym. Banking one in.
Yeah. 11:08 left to play.
Shoot for the corner.
54-32. Duke dominant.
Yeah, it's pretty one-sided here. Did not pick the closest game to do here tonight.
And we all thought this would be a good game, like a lot of people.
I remember Oral Roberts a couple years ago.
Wow, Iowa's come on back. This is what I mean about this Iowa team. They can get hot. They can score in bunches. This Iowa team, they were trailing by 12 against Michigan State with 1:10 left to go. They came back and they won in overtime. Iowa was down by 15 points, and now they trail by 8 against Auburn with 7 minutes left. 64-56, so we'll keep you guys posted there. That Auburn team at times has struggled putting the ball into the bucket, and if Iowa gets hot, watch out. Texas leading Colgate 37-28. Colgate's putting up a good fight tonight. And Northwestern up at the half over Boise State 38-32.
That's a close game.
Yep. Yeah, I had no clue like what to pick for that one. Both of those teams don't make it too often to the bracket.
Yep.
And I usually go against Mountain West schools. But I saw Northwestern's offensive numbers, and I saw that they were in the 300s.
Ooh. That's never what you want.
Nope. And that's what got Mississippi State knocked out of the bracket in the first game against Pitt. They were dead last from three-point shooting in the nation, and Mississippi State bricked the wide-open three at the buzzer to lose. What a way to start off the first four. Woof.
Seems fitting, given their three-point percentage.
Yeah, last night's game was brutal. Nevada, I don't even know how they made it into the tournament. They had 10 losses entering yesterday, and Arizona State blew the doors right off of that Nevada team. I think it was like 98-73, the final score. Arizona State legit couldn't miss. Man, I wish I could cover that Drake-Miami game. I feel like that game is going to be really good tomorrow. Miami's going to have a big game from Wooga, so he's not going to have to... Yeah,
we saw Miami.
Yep, he can't be hanging on the rim during warm-ups all the time. Got to get focused for that one.
We saw Miami play back at the beginning
Maryland.
of the year.
They got crushed against Maryland.
Yep. And Providence lost to St. Louis.
Woof.
That was a tough early season L.
If they had won that game, they probably would have been a 10 seed instead of an 11. That was their worst loss by far this season. And they got to be thankful that they're in the bracket, because when they lost that game, I was like, yeah, they're going to be playing in the NIT as the number 1 seed. Missed shot at the rim by Duke. Loose ball on the rebound, and he's going to be charged to Duke here on the loose ball foul.
You got to wipe up the floor, too. Guy's out there on his hands and knees with a towel.
Oh, wow. That was a quick timeout. We're going to take another timeout on the floor here with under 11 left to go. So 54-32, Duke 22-point lead.
There's way too many timeouts in basketball.
Yep. We got almost 100 on the stream right now. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. By the way, this is my final stream tonight. I'll be back tomorrow covering Michigan State USC at 12:15, followed up by the mid-afternoon game at 4, Creighton against NC State, and then the 7:10 one, what we've all waited for, Bryce Hopkins and Providence taking on Kentucky. Yeah, just been one-sided right from the opening tip. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, did not get a close game tonight.
At least it didn't start in a backcourt violation. So I remember St. Mary's from, I think it was 4 years ago when they took on Villanova. They opened up the game with a backcourt violation.
Oof. Well, I can say I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've seen a basketball game start 15-0.
Yep.
Texas up by 9 at the half.
Yeah, Colgate's hanging in right now. 6-point game between Auburn and Iowa, down to about 6 minutes left to go there. 64-56.
Rice has 15 points at the half. So he's on pace for 30.
I think he's taking tomorrow off there, Paul.
I'll be at work all day tomorrow.
With a good day at work.
Yeah, I can't wait to get up at 5:30 in the morning.
Saturday, I'll be out for the first half on Saturday. I got a lacrosse game at 1 o'clock, so my first stream on Saturday will probably be later in the day, like probably a little past dinner time or so at like 5-ish or something like that, because It usually goes from like 1 to 3 for my lacrosse stuff on the weekends. But hoping to cover some stuff on Saturday late in the day, and then Sunday. Oral Roberts with a 3. All right, they finally make one. 54-35. That's Isaac McBride. He's up to 5.
Is that their first 3 of the half? Nope, second.
Yeah, second.
Second 3
2
of the
for
half.
11, 3 of 15 in the first half.
Oof.
As we approach the 10-minute mark left to go, Tyrese Proctor for Duke turns the corner. Passes over to the wing, Grandison. Moves it out left corner for Duke. At the baseline, jumper. Around the rim and out. And the rebound goes right back to Duke, though, with Grandison. Grandison passes back outside. Under 10 minutes left. Those offensive rebounds are crushers for Oral Roberts because Duke just is able to use more clock time.
Yep.
Roach attacks inside, blocked by Oral Roberts. Golden Eagles have it. Weren't able to push tempo, though. Duke did a great job keeping them out around, and we do have a blocking fall, though. So Max A. Smith will head to the free throw line and shoot 2 for Oral Roberts. Still a 6-point game between Auburn and Iowa, 64-58, with about 5 minutes left to go. We got 9:31 left to go here. The first one's good by A. Smith.
This game's almost catching that game as far
Yep.
as time left.
Yeah, this game's going by quick.
Yeah.
Not many free throws. Just a lot of clock chunking down.
Slow tempo, running clock. Using all of the 30-second shot clock.
They had to do a running clock for football this year for Thanksgiving because one of the teams got up to 50. So, yeah, that was brutal. That was a nice hour and 45-minute Thanksgiving game. How fast it went because one team hung up a 50 burger on the other team. You go right to the running clock in high school. 9:05 left to play. Kick out to the corner. Mark Mitchell with a 3. Off the rim, no good. Oral Roberts comes up with a defensive rebound. Oral Roberts averaging around 87 points per game this season, limited to 37 points. With under 9 minutes left to go, they sink a 3. It's got interesting now, 54-40.
14-point game.
11-0 run.
An 11-0 run.
2.5-minute run of 11-0 for Oral Roberts. They finally start to knock down some threes.
But that, like, you go on an 11-0 run and you're still down by 14. Like, that shows what an awful situation they will put themselves in.
Proctor at the wing, 8 on the shot clock. Proctor, step back 3 for Duke. He drills it.
And there goes the 11-0 run. Duke's just got the killer instinct. Like,
Duke was a 6-point favorite on the line, so a lot of people on the line for Duke for the point spread right now sweating a little bit as Oral Roberts makes the 2. 15-point game, 8 minutes left to go. Duke just using as much clock as possible. Attacking baseline for Duke, they get blocked. Picked up in the corner, though, with Lively. Another opportunity here for Duke. At the free throw circle with Proctor, pushes it back out to Filipowski. Filipowski, the top scorer, top rebounder, been a non-impact in this game today. Not really making an impact. He does on the glass, tips it over to Lively here as we get a whistle. And a foul picked up by Oral Roberts. 7:35 remaining. Duke, 15-point lead as we take the timeout.
Yeah. I mean, this still feels over. I feel like that run was Oral Roberts' like last-ditch effort. Like, that's the best that they had. And they're still down 15. Like, it just feels over.
This speaks to the depth about Duke for this game. They got 19 total bench points. Dariq Whitehead, he's rounding into form right now, which is huge for Duke. Roach led the way. He's got 19 points for Roach. Filipowski only had 2 points today and 6 rebounds. So it was Derek Lively who made a huge impact on the glass with 11 boards, 6 blocks by Lively. That just goes to show how many different pieces there are to defend for this Duke team, because they got so many different moving pieces on this roster that they're just so good.
Yep.
Whereas Max Asmus today, he got shut down. Max Asmus, 12 points, but just 2 for 8 from 3, 4 14 from the floor. And that's what happened when Max Asmus played Houston. Oral Roberts lost that game 83-45 at Houston. They got destroyed. And they only had 4 losses on the season. They lost at St. Mary's by 8, at Houston by 38, at Utah State by 10, and then at New Mexico by 7. Auburn, Iowa, good game over there. 66-60. Auburn 6-point lead, approaching 4 minutes left to go in that game. Boise State cutting it to 3 against Northwestern right now. 40-37. Northwestern with a 3-point lead. Winner of this game will take on Tennessee or Louisiana. The 4 versus 13. So Tennessee or Louisiana, which either way looks pretty much like a mismatch either way. Honestly, because Tennessee dealing with a key player injured. Tennessee does have size, but their offense is just not really equipped this season. They got the top-rated defense in college basketball for Tennessee. The offense has struggled this season, though, and also the key injury to Zakai Ziegler. And then Louisiana, the 13 seed. Interested to see what happens in that game if Louisiana can keep it close. $15-point lead. We come back from the timeout. Duke will get the inbound. 7:30 left to go. Duke's missed in their last 7 out of 8 shot attempts. They float up the shot, and Nikito drops it through by Roach. Man, Roach with his tournament experience just carrying this team to victory. He's got 21 today for Roach. Missed shot inside the key by Oral Roberts. Rebound, a lively for Duke. 3 first-rounders going to the NBA for Duke projected in NBA mock drafts, and just too big. The size just too big for this Oral Roberts team today. Roach around the perimeter. Roach lobs it over to Filipowski. Just 2 points. Moves it out to the wing. Up fake Proctor. Proctor deep 2. Got it. Swoosh.
They are just They're just absolutely putting the lights out here on Oral Roberts.
Wow, open up the bank there for Oral Roberts. They bank on a 3. Second made bank 3 of this second half for Oral Roberts, looking like shooting the ball out in the parking lot at the elementary school. Filipowski moves it back outside of Roach.
Duke's killing another full 30 seconds here.
I got Tennessee in that game against Louisiana. I think it's going to be close, but I do have Tennessee winning. Yeah, I picked 2 13 seeds to upset and 2 12s. Fall away by Duke off the turnaround. Jeremy Roach doing everything. He's up to 23. 6 minutes left to go. Late surge by Oral Roberts. Not enough. Loose ball right before the baseline. Able to scoop it up for Oral Roberts. They drive straight line to the rim. Couldn't finish in the layup. Rebound by Filipowski. 5:40 left to go. Duke just controlling this whole game from start to finish. Hey, thanks so much, Jason, for joining in, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Big game for Big Blue going up against the Friars tomorrow, man. I'll see you tomorrow night. Mitchell, no good. Putback is good, though, by Filipowski.
20-point lead once again.
That Iowa-Auburn game getting interesting, 66-62. 4 minutes left to go. We've reached 5 minutes remaining in this game. We could certainly pass that as there's a turnover by Oral Roberts. We keep on continuing with basketball action as we are under 5 minutes left to go. Duke with the ball. Roach dribbles up to the free throw circle.
Ooh, offensive
and it'll be
foul.
offensive by Roach, pushing off. That size just too much today. Duke size way, way too much for Oral Roberts to handle. Big boy basketball, just another weight class, and it showed today in this game. 23 by Roach. Top of the key for Oral Roberts, approaching 4.5 minutes left to go. Oral Roberts will take a corner three. Off the rim, miss. Filipowski secures the defensive rebound. Filipowski didn't have a big impact offensively. He's got 4 points now. Up to 8 rebounds in the game. Tyrese Proctor, 4:15 remaining. Proctor dribbles up to the free throw circle. Passes outside of Filipowski. Handoff Proctor. Approaching 4 minutes off the roll down. Filipowski inside the key. Puts it up no good. Gets his own rebound. And we do have a foul picked up by Oral Roberts. So 4:05 left to go. What's good, Grego? Welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in. Sky, welcome on board. David, welcome to the channel, man. Almost 200 on the stream. If you guys are new, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Duke will take on the winner of Tennessee, Louisiana in the 4 versus 13 matchup. This is my final stream tonight. I'll be back tomorrow for Michigan State against USC at 12:15 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. 3 games tomorrow, followed up by Creighton, NC State, and then Providence, Kentucky. What we've been all waiting for tomorrow night at 7:10.
Yeah, Vegas. Mercifully, this game is almost over.
Rip to all the brackets who predicted Oral Roberts. This Duke team, just something special. This Duke team has just come full circle right now with all the young talent, and they've matured into grown men, and they've done so fast. On a 10-game winning streak now, with under 4 minutes left to play. Duke by 22 and with the basketball off the rebound.
They're going to kill another 30 seconds here.
This was a big, big fade in the Oral Roberts line. Just like the Jackrabbits last year, South Dakota State. As that was another team from the Summit League that put up a ton of points, but the competition not even close to the big boy basketball level. 3:20 remaining. Corner 3. Missed by Oral Roberts over the rim. It could be a play if you're Oral Roberts, maybe next year, if you're a Summit League team and you take on a Big Ten school in the first round, then there you go. There's your first round upset. But when you're a Summit League team and you take on a team from the ACC or the Big East or the Big 12, really, really tough to win these types of games. Really, really tough. And they showed a weight class in this matchup tonight. Corner 3, goodbye Duke. Dariq Whitehead been an X factor today.
All right, Duke should put all the bench guys in now because this game is over, and at least those kids can then say that they played in the NCAA tournament.
That was a beautiful skip pass out to the corner. Whitehead been massive. He's got 13 points coming from the bench. Perfect 3 for 3 from three-point range. Yeah, I've got Duke to my Final Four. I got them against Alabama. I would have had Duke in my national championship if not they had faced Alabama on the same side of the bracket. From what I saw on Saturday, I was like, man, this team's going to go super, super far. They're going to be Hubert Davis's worst nightmare. UNC's worst nightmare. I got them to the Final Four. And honestly, I think they could be the biggest matchup there for Alabama that has a chance to knock them off, in my honest opinion. Especially how this Duke team has been playing. 70-45 Duke. All the chatter about this Oral Roberts team, top 5 scoring team in the nation, and they silenced that tonight. This Duke team, man, they have come a long, long way for this Duke team. They were always good defensively this season. It was just a matter if they be able to turn on the Jets offensively and find their three-point shot, and that's happening right now. Dariq Whitehead, monstrous off the bench. Like, if you have a six-man capability like that, you're bound to go far. Seems like the teams in the bracket, the deeper teams go further in the bracket from what we've seen. Last year we saw that Kansas won the title. Remy Martin, he came off the bench. He was like fresh entering the tournament because he was healing from an injury, and then it took him a little bit while to get back, but once he ramped up the minutes, he started to get going, and he really propelled his team down that stretch to win the championship for Remy Martin. We're seeing that right now with some X factors on the floor. Dariq Whitehead right now for a big example here. 3 for 3 from 3, 5 of 7 tonight, 13 points coming off the bench. Duke with 23 bench points today. Max Asmith, the top scorer for Oral Roberts. He's got 5, well below his average of 22. 2 for 9 from 3, 4 of 15 from the floor. Kato, Michelle, Wisu, welcome to the stream, everybody. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Malika, welcome back in. Patrick, welcome on board. I'm going to see if there's any, like, updates or anything with, injury updates or anything that's key. So we're down to the final
nice
2:40 left to go. Oral Roberts splashes in a 3.
Just trying to make those numbers look better at the end.
Yeah, big distraction maybe for Illinois today as their transfer, Sky Clark, transferred, or he committed to Louisville at the same time that Illinois was playing against Arkansas and lost today's game in the first round. Corner 3 missed by Duke.
Duke gonna kill some more clock here.
2 minutes. A lopsided game. Duke just controlling it right from the start. By the way, Auburn starting to pull away against Iowa, 74-64 with 2 minutes left. As Duke gets called in a turnover. Looks like they're going to clear out the bench.
Boise State and Northwestern,
yeah.
2-point game.
48-46 Northwestern, 2-point lead against Boise State with 12.5 left.
Here comes all the bench players.
You got the bench
scrubs.
boys in the game right now.
Scrub game.
Jalen Blakes for Duke into the game. Minute 40 left to go. Oral Roberts with the ball. They have their bench players too. Number 20, Trey Phipps. Inside off the glass, no good. Tipped up, and the rebound goes to Duke. In the final minute and a half remaining. One-sided affair right from the start when they got up 15-0. Lob inside. Duke has it. And it's good. Rattles in. Christian Reeves. Trusty, welcome to on the stream here. Thanks so much for joining in, man. Oral Roberts with a bucket. We're down to the final minute.
Thankfully.
This game's gone by fast, though.
Yeah, it has
not
gone
many whistles.
Fast, but it's been very one-sided.
Hopefully a better one next year. I don't know what the matchup committee was thinking about when they put Duke as a 5 seed in the bracket when they clearly should have been a 4 seed for Duke in the first place. This is a total mismatch. This is only the second time that Duke has been a 5 seed in school history. I think the other time was back in the 80s, I believe. So it's been a long, long time since Duke was a 5 seed, which, yeah, this ain't no 5 seed. This team ain't no 5 seed. Based on how they've been playing for the last month, no way. I think that's the committee once again just underestimating the ACC. Pittsburgh winning against Mississippi State on Tuesday night. And now Duke pounding Oral Roberts in a game that the line was a 6-point favorite by Duke. And a lot of the analysts, a lot of the guys over at ESPN on some of the sports line shows, they were talking about take Oral Roberts in the points for this matchup.
Yeah, that didn't work out so well.
Didn't work out too hot in this game. Got to look at size, got to look at strength, got to look at physicality. 2 7-footers on the floor at the same time when Oral Roberts, a lot of 6-foot dudes. They did have a 7'3" center, but not much of an impact in this game as we go final. John Shire's crew with a W. 74-51 in a lopsided game, controlled it right from the start. The Duke Blue Devils winning in ease over Oral Roberts in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Duke will take on the winner of 13 seed Louisiana versus number 4 seed Tennessee in round number 2. And watch out for this Duke Blue Devil squad to make a deep run in the NCAA tournament. That is one thing that looks like it could very well be if they keep it up for this Duke squad today. Jeremy Roach, 23 points. Dariq Whitehead with 13 off the bench. Perfect 3 for 3 from 3 for Duke. And Kyle Filipowski only had 6 points and 9 rebounds, but just shows the depth here when Dariq Whitehead had a monster game. And also, Derek Lively, 12 rebounds with 6 blocks today for Duke in the victory, as they limited Oral Roberts to shoot the ball 8 for 32 from 3. And then Oral Roberts from the floor, not much better from the floor in this matchup. But we wrap up here. Thanks all for joining in, being a part in the stream. Oral Roberts limited to just 30% shooting today from the floor in this game. Yep. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. We're going to close out to the channel members before we wrap up today. All right, all channel members get a shout out here. We got Jason, Rajeep, Russell, Oreo Pudding, Bradley, Braden, Mario, Bino, Mark, John, Kenneth, Jess, Ahino, Joseph, Vegas, SG Sports Talk, Michael, Bourne, I Am Ghost, Kelly, Asia, Laszlo, Roderick, Reynaldo, Didi, Katie, Barco, Siegel, Woopig, Ian, Oink Oink, Emmanuel, and Robin. Thanks all for joining in, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon. It will be Michigan State, USC at 12:15. Enjoy the rest of your night, everyone.